Hey guys, welcome back to Insight Tennis Tour Stroke Series. My name's Rick Oldroyd. I'm the president and founder of Insight Tennis. We are doing a lot of new things with Insight Tennis this year. So check out our website at insighttennis.com. There's a lot of new content on there, including some paid content. We've had a lot of requests from all over the world to put together some programs utilizing some of the methods that we teach and the biomechanics and technique of the best players in the world. So we've gone ahead and done that. So far we do have a forehand mastery training course that is available on the website, and you can find out more information. Just click the link below about that or visit the website at insighttennis.com. The two-handed backhand course will be coming out next week, and then many courses to follow after that, both serve, volley, return, one-handed backhand, overhead smash. We'll even have a course on footwork as well. And so go check out all the new things on insighttennis.com and click the link below to find out more information. Today's video is going to be on the volley, and this is going to be kind of a follow-up to a couple of videos that I've done on the volley. I want to clarify a couple of things. We've gotten a little bit of feedback on this, and I want to be very careful and clear that you don't misunderstand what I'm saying. We talked a little bit about how there is, at the tour level, a fair amount of swing in the volley. Now, can you swing too much in the volley? Absolutely. You can swing too much and have too much movement, and that can affect, obviously, your consistency. But what we want to make sure that we emphasize here is that there is still a fairly good amount of swing in the volley. Too often it's been taught that you want to just keep your hands out in front all the time and never move them and just move into the ball. Clearly, if you watch the best players in the world, you're going to see that that just simply is not the case. So I talk in another video as well. This is video number 3. Go look at video number 1 and 2 to see a little bit more about the racket release. There's a little release back on the volley that creates a lot more spin, or excuse me, a lot more penetration into the court. And this is what the pros do to get that pop on the volley that you hear. So let's talk a little bit about some of the myths that are out there. One of the first things that I see quite often is at the recreational level, and maybe you've even been taught this, you know, you start with your hands clearly out in front here, and you want to keep your hands out in front, okay? Now, I'm not advocating that starting out with your hands in front is not a good idea, but if you watch who I believe has the best volley in the world, Roger Federer, you're going to see that his hands are just nice and relaxed right here in front of him, okay? He does not have his hands out here. In my opinion, that's not necessary to do that. The other thing that I see at the recreational and club levels is that they start out here and then they keep their hands out here and then just move into the ball. And there's just absolutely nothing on that shot. You can't produce anything, and if you watch the best players in the world, just simply is not what they do. So what do they do instead? Well, first of all, their hands are nice and relaxed here for the most part. You might see some that are a little bit more farther out, but I advocate just nice and relaxed, good athletic stance here. Now, the key thing here is when I'm taking the racket back, before I go to hit the ball, and you're going to see this with Federer specifically, he is going to actually release his racket back and then come down into the ball, and he makes contact out in front. Good follow through, and then back to the ready position. Okay, you'll see this over and over again with Federer specifically, and in my opinion, he's got the best volley in the world. Not a bad person to emulate if you're trying to understand the right way and the right technique. So once again, a couple of key things that I want to make sure that we talk about. First of all, when he takes his racket back, he does not turn his body clear to the side like this, okay? Notice that my chest is pointing over to the fence over here. I want to keep my chest essentially pointing at the net, okay? But what I want to make sure that you guys understand is that when he gets to this position here, as he's moving into the ball, if he steps in, you know, if he can step in, he will. He's going to release that racket back, and then he's going to come down and make contact with the ball here, through, and then back to his ready position. The same is true on the backhand side. There's a lot of talk that there's not much swing in the volley. Well, if you go watch the best volleyer in the world, again, Roger Federer, you're going to see on the backhand that he actually takes his racket back to here and sometimes clear back to here on his backhand volley. And then as he comes down, he's going to come down into the ball and come down across the ball like this, okay? And he squares his racket face up at contact. But again, what I want you guys to understand from this video, if you want more pop, if you want more stick on your volley, more penetration through the court, you got to master this little technique, this little move that you release your racket back before you swing forward to contact, okay? So I'm not advocating that you're keeping your hands out here like is so often taught and just keep them out here in front. What I am advocating is that I'm nice and relaxed here. I'm going to release my racket. You know, obviously I'm keeping my chest facing the net, but this is the key right here, guys. This little move, watch the racket release back and then come down to contact, okay? So watch again, here, boom. And when I make contact, I'm obviously going through that ball, through and finish. Same thing on the backhand side, I'm releasing my racket back, coming down, contact right here, okay? So go work on this. This is something that will help your volleys immediately. Does take good timing to master this, but once you get it, you're going to start popping the ball like you've probably never felt before in your life. One last thing I do want to mention on this, soft hands on the racket. If I have a really soft hands and soft grip on the racket, it's going to naturally be able to release back as it's supposed to. I'm going to squeeze enough or firm up enough at contact to maintain racket control. And that's exactly what I want. Now, if the ball is hit at me much harder or very hard, I obviously have to be more firm. Obviously, you're going to have to adjust to that, but in general, you want really soft hands on that racket, okay? So nice, soft, relaxed hands. The ball comes, I'm here. Now watch this little move right here. My racket is here, but that's not where it's going to stay. As I'm moving into the ball, I'm going to release it back, and I'm going to come down and make contact with the ball, through, and come back to ready position. Same thing on the backhand side. I might take my racket to about here, but as a product of the momentum of the swing, I'm going to actually release it back, and it's going to rotate as I'm coming down. I make contact and through. One more time on that. I'm here. I'm going to release it back. Boom. And if you go watch the best players in the world, specifically Federer, that's exactly what you're going to see. So guys, go out and practice this. I hope this is going to be helpful for you with your volleys. It's something that will absolutely add power and penetration to your volley. You should be able to just knock those balls off, those tennis balls into the corners and end the point, especially when you get that high ball. So go out and practice it. If you have any questions, email me directly at rick@insighttennis.com. Happy to answer any questions. For you guys, if you like the video, click the link below and subscribe to the channel. Visit the website, obviously, at insighttennis.com as well. Leave any comments or questions below as well. Share the video, and be sure to check out the website and all the new content that's out there. Guys, we greatly appreciate your time as always. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next time out on the court.